Hello my dear students, welcome all of you to my class. Today we will continue with the chapter 2 History Nationalisms in India. In previous class we have discussed about the Khilafat movement, non-cooperation movement and differing strands within the movement. So let's start our class with the first topic and that is withdrawal of non-cooperation movement. तो गांधी जी ये जो नॉन कोऑपरेशन मूवमेंट इसको कॉल अप या विड्रॉ कर लिए थे. इसके पीछे बहुत सारे रीज़न था. एक प्रोमिनेंट जो रीज़न था वो था ए वायलेंट इंसिडेंट एट चौरी चौरा गोरखपुर उत्तर प्रदेश ऑन February 5, 1922 forced Gandhi ji to call up the non-cooperation movement. The police at Chauri Chaura fired at a group of demonstrators. The demonstrator retained by burning down the police station, causing the death of 22 English policemen. Gandhiji had wanted the movement to be non-violent because we know that Gandhi ji का जो ideology था वो था non-violence. So it was called up the wake of the violence. On March 10, 1922, Gandhiji was arrested and sentenced to 6 years imprisonment. So dear children, the non-cooperation movement was one of the unsuccessful attempts organized by Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi to induce the British government of India to grant self-government or Swaraj to India. But it played a great role in Indian national movement. तो क्या इसका इम्पोर्टेंस था कि the movement saw large scale participation of masses. It attracted common people from all social groups. The non-cooperation movement and Khilafat movement went together. So they promoted Hindu-Muslim unity. So this movement saw the participation from both Hindus and Muslims, thereby showcasing communal harmony in the country. Peasants and tribals movement became a part of Indian national movement. It saw a non-violent movement, so it popularized the Gandhian idea of non-violent satyagraha. Events after the non-cooperation movement, the Swaraj Party. Congress leaders were disappointed by Gandhiji's decision to withdraw the non-cooperation movement. So in January 1923, Chittaranjan Das and Motilal Nehru formed the Swaraj Party along with prominent leaders of Congress who were dissatisfied with the ideology of Congress. So there were two groups, no changers who accepted Gandhiji's decision to withdraw the non-cooperation movement and Swarajists who were disappointed by Gandhiji's decision to withdraw the non-cooperation movement. But Gandhiji advised the two groups to remain in the Congress but to work in separate ways. Chittaranjan Das died in 1925 and Motilal Nehru returned to the Congress the following year. Leaders like Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose pressed for more radical agitation. Let's move to the next topic and that is the Simon Commission or Indian Statutory Commission. It was a statutory means legal commission set by the British under Sir John Simon. The Simon Commission was a group of 7 British members of Parliament led by Sir John Simon who came to India in 1927 to study the working of the Government of Indian Act 1919. Okay, it was asked to study the constitutional system in India and suggest changes. Indians opposed Simon Commission because all the members of the commission were English officials. There was no Indian in it, means the commission did not include a single Indian member. It did not provide any hope of Swaraj to Indians. The Indian National Congress at its December 1927 session in Chennai resolved to boycott the commission. A faction of the Muslim League led by Muhammad Ali Jinnah also decided to boycott the commission. So when the commission arrived in India on February 1928, there was a nationwide strike. Protesters greeted the commission with black flags and placards of Simon Go Back. Lahore session of the Congress 1929. In December 1929, the Congress session was held at Lahore with the Jawaharlal Nehru as the president. So some decisions were taken on that time. The Congress declared Purna Swaraj as its aim. It was decided to celebrate 26 January every year as Independence Day. it was decided to start the civil disobedience movement to win Purna Swaraj under the leadership of Gandhiji. Meetings were held all over India and the Congress tricolor flag was hosted. Some development that led to the launching the civil disobedience movement. Indians launched a powerful struggle against Simon Commission. The government resorted to repression. Great Depression in 1930 made the life of people highly miserable. तो क्या हुआ था Great Depression in 1930 पे? Agricultural prices slashed, exports declined, peasants found it difficult to pay revenue. ओके इसके साथ ऐड हुआ था लाहौर कंस्पिरेंसी केस एंड मेरठ कंस्पिरेंसी केस. तो क्या था ये दो केस? लाहौर कंस्पिरेंसी केस में ऑन अप्रैल 8, 1929 भगत सिंह एंड बटुकेश्वर दत्त threw a bomb in Central Legislative Assembly and raised slogan of इनकलाब जिंदाबाद. ओके एंड मेरठ कंस्पिरेंसी केस क्या था? ये इट वॉज ए कंस्पिरेंसी ऑफ ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट अगेंस्ट द राइज ऑफ कम्युनिज्म इन इंडिया. During this case, 31 leaders, included 3 Englishmen, were arrested on the charge of conspiracy. तो ये जो दो केस था ये created discontent among the Indians. Lahore Congress of 1929 declared Purna Swaraj as its aim and decided to launch the civil disobedience movement. Salt Satyagraha, or we can say the Salt March. The British government had a monopoly on salt production and had imposed a tax on salt, an essential commodity for rich and poor alike. Okay, so what is the meaning of monopoly? Means आप बोल सकते हो ownership or patent. So on March 12, 1930, Mahatma Gandhi along with 78 volunteers began his famous Dandi March from Sabarmati Ashram to the coastal town of Dandi. Gandhiji and his followers covered a distance of 375 km in 24 days. He reached Dandi on April 6 and violated the law by making salt. Okay, so remember, this was the beginning of the civil disobedience movement. So my dear children, that's the end for today's session. We will meet in our next class with new topics. Till then, bye. Take a very good care of yourself and happy learning.